Here I am at the God's own country, Kerala. Now you can't miss the beauty in this place. This morning when I landed in here from Mumbai, I could just not help but see the contrast between the speed of Mumbai and the tranquility that almost all of Kerala has to offer you. And that's when it hit me that we all need to learn to slow down. See, nothing around me, these trees, shrubs, animals, plants, nothing around me seems to be in any particular rush. Everything has its own pace, and that's the whole beauty. There is a certain tranquility in the ecosystem in which these things are existing. It's we, humans, who have this acute sense of hurry. We need to rush through. Rush through what? I guess we are all rushing towards death anyways. So if death is the ultimate thing, then what's all the hurry about? Why don't we just slow down? So my central proposition to all of you through this video is that life is long. Pace it well. There is absolutely no necessity for you to achieve so much in your life so early that after a point in time you start feeling bored or you feel let down. What's the point in trying to be a CEO by the age of 40 and then wondering what next to be done? What's the point in achieving so much at an early age and then you start feeling that you have lost so much in the bargain? When your health is not supporting you, your children don't need you anymore, your loved ones have alienated you, and you have just earned pretty much envy along with all the money that you think impresses people. So we need to learn to slow down, and different people have different reasons to run. But my only question to you is that what's your cutoff date? When do you think you have achieved enough, or you have reached, or you have proven to the world that now you can choose to relax? And I would want to submit that there is absolutely nothing in your life which is worthwhile that you cannot achieve by slowing down. Nothing. Whatever you have envisaged that you would be achieving, you can pretty much do that by slowing down as well, provided you are willing to slow down. So here are my 3 simple tips which I would like to offer to you on how do you slow down your life. Because trust me, life is long. We need to really learn to pace it well. There are so many people who say that I want to work hard and then retire at the age of 40 and enjoy the life. And I have not come across any such person who has retired at the age of 40, trust me. It's very, very difficult to say that now it is enough and I don't have to work. I would not want to retire at 40. Maybe I would not want to retire at all. I would just want to make sure that I am just about working at a slow pace. I don't advocate you running, I just advocate you walk. But keep walking. That's equally important. Just keep walking. Don't get tired, don't walk backwards. So, what's the first point? The first point is to claim your own time. I think what has happened to us is that in our sense of being busy and sense of fulfilling our own little purposes in life, we have confused between being busy with being important. Somehow we think that if somebody is busy, the person is certainly very important, but certainly that is not true. So we need to ensure that we are not getting confused between being busy and being and feeling important, which starts with the fact that you need to ensure that the first claim of your 24 hours is you. You should not have the last claim on your 24 hours. And as it turns out, which is the case with most of the people, that they are the last one to claim their own 24 hours. First one typically goes to their workplace, offices, colleagues, family, friends, etc. And then the last one is you. So at the first claim on your 24 hours, block a time which is of meditative importance, where you are doing self-development, where you are just about going about your things and not trying to achieve something significant. So I think that's extremely important, and I'm learning it. I'm not an expert, but I'm just trying to learn it. So that's the first aspect, that you need to take time for yourself, budget time and claim that time. So that's the first piece of thing. The second thing is respecting your body. It's now dawning upon me that the absolutely the only thing that you're carrying with you all the way down time is your body, nothing else. Certainly not money, certainly not recognition, reputation, accolades, family, friends, relationships, love, hate, emotions, nothing. Body. You have to carry this body, whether you call it as an asset or maybe after a point in time a burden, but you can't relinquish it. You have to carry the body all the way down to the grave. Then why not respect it? Why abuse your body? And what are we trying to achieve by abusing our body? What GDP growth rate are we talking about? What economic contribution are we talking about? Even what social contribution are we talking about if you exploit your own body, which is definitely not worth it. So treat your body as an asset and not as a resource that has to be utilized or exploited in certain cases. Certainly you should not allow others to do it, but respect your body. And how do you respect your body? You respect your body by eating well, by exercising adequately, by giving time to contemplate, by giving time to meditate, and by ensuring that you are not letting anyone else take your lifetime or body for granted. So that's the second aspect. And the third aspect in slowing down is to be judicious about prioritizing. I think we often end up confusing what is urgent with what is important, and we need to understand that things that were never important would not be important even if they end up becoming urgent momentarily. So you need to really think through that what is truly important for me in the long run, what I call as high leverage activities, and be selective about the things which are truly important in the long run. Otherwise, nobody is going to draw that line for you. Nobody will say that Pavan, now has the time come where you should stop working hard or you should deprioritize. You need to learn to prioritize on a daily basis, and prioritization should be your second nature. And understand that when you say yes to something, you have to say no to a lot of other things, which should be okay. If I am here right now in Kerala sitting, I'm sure there are 10 other workshops that I could have attended, there are 10 other conferences where I could have spoken, and 20 other where I could have sat and enriched myself. But then I need to say no to all those things because I need to be here, because life is where you are. There is no life outside of where you are. So why not be emotionally, physically, spiritually present at the same place at all times? So I think saying no and prioritizing is extremely critical, and then you can free up your plate to talk about yourself, to take care of yourself, to be slightly more meditative and enjoy the nature. I'm so happy to be here right now, so happy to be in nature, and as a result all these thoughts are coming through, and I thought, why not capture these thoughts as they are flowing. So slow down, breathe slowly, take deep breaths, walk slowly if possible, think slow, because when you think slow is when exactly you're thinking creatively, and then you would realize that nothing is running. What was running is basically your train of thought, and if you can control your mind instead of the mind controlling you, you can be in a phenomenally good shape. I hope this was of use to you, and that you are able to use some of it, practice it and propagate it. I would be happy to learn from what has been your personal experience. Thank you so much.